Alright guys, it's Blake here again. What we're going to be talking about is your simple ATV, dirt bike, motorcycle, if it is still carbureted, in which they moved everything up to fuel injection on most of the stuff you will see nowadays out new on the market. This is a 2003 LTZ 400 that I own. As you can see, I put a pipe on it. I'm sorry, I'm working off a computer. I'm lazy. I don't feel like walking outside. I put that slip-on exhaust on this Yoshi Team Kawasaki pipe on this Z400. Yeah, I know it's not a Cowie, but they both are the same thing. Now, if you're working on the carburetor on this, let's say you put this slip on. I put a K&N air filter in my air box with the lid on. I've moved up, and I live in Florida. I moved up to, basically what I'm getting to is your jetting issues. Alright, I was, really not, knowing what the hell I was doing when I tapped into this, but what I ended up doing was a matter of a few things. First of all, I learned that you don't have to disconnect all the hoses and pull the carburetor off the whole bike. You can loosen the bolts in the boot and just flop the carburetor to your side, and just make sure you have something underneath it to catch your fuel that's sitting in the bowl. Once you crack those two nuts that are on that bottom part, the gas will come out immediately. On any other ATV or one like this, there could be up to 4 or 5 bolt or screws. Usually be very sensitive whenever taking those screws off, and whenever you replace them, or whenever you put those back on, don't use those same screws, because I recommend going. I went to a local bolt shop and got some brass fitting bolts with a nice hex style screw to put them on there, and know that I'll be able to get it off and not wear the screw out. Alright, but regardless, you flip the carburetor and you pull the bowl off. And right directly in the middle, you will see on any carburetor there's 3 jets. The main jet, which sits nice and fat in the middle, you can't miss it. The needle jet, and the air to fuel jet, which controls your idle, and they call that the pilot jet. The pilot jet, I really haven't had to mess with it. The weather down here, I run spark plug checks, seems to be, everything is awesome. Bike runs like a raped ape. I went up from a 135 or a 130 main jet stock when I put the filter on and the pipe. I went up to a 137.5. I have an assortment of jets. If you want to try a couple out, I'll sell them to you. I have them. I don't need them anymore. Basically, the bike runs awesome. Now, if you're doing more extensive work, like let's say you do maybe even more of a full exhaust system, or you open up the heads a little bit, put more fuel in there, you're gonna want to mess with the needle. And I recommend buying the Dyno Jet kit and messing with your needle. Now, messing with your needle jet, it's a matter of compressing the springs that are on the slide and just popping that clip out, and it's on the needle, and your needle will come off in your hand. Once you have it off in your hand, you go down to down to lean it out, and you go up to give it more fuel. So when the needle seats down in the float, it will allow more fuel to go through the needle. And you could try that out. Sometimes it's a pain in the butt and it takes a couple hours to get a bike tuned in. Sometimes you get lucky and nail it right on the head. My spark plug just so happened the way I jetted it with the main jet and didn't mess with the pilot jet at all, and I didn't have to mess with the needle. Runs absolutely awesome. I'll show you some footage of that here in the future, but I just wanted to help everybody out with some basic jetting tips. when you take your flow ball off, like I said, you're gonna see your brass fitting main jet that sits directly in the middle of the carburetor on most I know this. I was working on a Mikuni, and a lot of the Keans that I've worked on sit right in the middle. And then you're gonna have your pilot jet. Will be in us. They're both brass fittings, and you just basically on the main jet take a flathead screwdriver, pop it out, put your bigger one in, put it all back together. Make sure you turn your gas on and off whenever you're doing these procedures, and see how she works. You know, you might overjet it and have to take the airbox lid off, or you might underjet it and need to put the airbox lid back on to either lean or richen it up. I hope this was a good help for you guys a little bit. Give me some feedback, and if you have any further jetting questions, I'll be glad to help you. I can help you as far as your jetting wherever you're at. You know, at your whatever came in your bike stock. If it was running fine, tell me your stock main jet size, and we could probably work this out. But hit your boy up here on this YouTube, and make sure you subscribe and leave me some messages and comments and all that good shit. Thank you. Peace out, you guys. Have a good one.